Well, DNVGL has been active in the sustainability space for a long time. In maritime, I'd really like to focus on what we've been doing on LNG over the years and our part in making LNG a viable technical solution. These days, there is a lot of work going on with batteries and battery technology because we believe that electrification is going to be a key element to moving forward in the sustainability space. That being said, I'd also like to highlight that we're not only doing technical work, we also work in the policy space where we contribute to work at various levels of the United Nations and also to various governments that are members of the IMO. So we're essentially spread all over the sustainability space and doing our bit to make the world move forward. Well, there is a very simple answer to that. It's one word, it's decarbonization. Making the world shipping fleet decarbonize fully within this century, it's a massive challenge. Moving to a 50% reduction of CO2 emissions by 2050 is really a big challenge as well, even though we'll only get halfway to the ultimate goal doing that. So to get there, we really need to work on three elements. We have to get efficiencies higher than they are today, significantly higher. We have to roll out all the efficiency technologies that we are able to put in play. We have to work on logistics and getting the logistics chains optimized. That includes ports, not only ships operating, but most importantly, we have to work on carbon neutral fuels. For shipping to reach its ultimate emission reduction goals, carbon neutral fuels are absolutely essential and have to be deployed. And that is really where we need to see the focus in the years to come. Well, the 2020 cap is, of course, a really significant event, and the key word, I guess, is turbulence. In the short term, we will see shipping, I'm not going to say struggle, but work very hard to be compliant because there will be all kinds of transition issues going forward. But that being said, shipping has shown its capacity and capability to adjust to radical changes earlier. So shipping is not going to stop. It's not as if the world trade is going to grind to a halt. Shipping will move forward. We will adjust, and we will, as a community, I'd say, again demonstrate our capability to deal with significant changes when they happen. Well, the big driver, the obvious driver, the 500-pound gorilla in the china shop is, of course, climate change. But climate change is kind of a big word. It has to be translated into something that is applicable to an industry. And what that means for shipping is that we have two primary drivers responding to climate change. We have the regulators and policymakers, which take their national goals essentially and bring into the IMO. And then we have what happens with Joe Q Public, because there is such an increasing demand now these days for transparency. And looking for transparency in shipping, that is something new, but that is something that customers are demanding of us. So transparency and policymakers' response to climate change, those are the key drivers going forward. Well, the way forward is essentially that IMO needs to start working hard on its action plan. We have a goal, we have a vision, but we don't necessarily know how to get there. We have many candidate measures on the table, but we need to get those candidate measures sorted and get the high priority ones implemented as soon as possible. And that cannot wait until 2023. We have to actually start today.